Rev up your engines!
Welcome to Scotty Kilmer Breaking News. Well, if you think you got ripped off buying a new car, Texas police spent $4.5 million on 4 Chevy Tahoes. All right, I am not making this up. They got 4 2026 Chevy Tahoes. More than $1 million a piece. Now, of course, I do have to say, a bunch of this was the extras, right? The base model was so much. And in this case, if you think you paid a lot for the extras, for the big screen, and for four-wheel drive and all that stuff, right? Well, they paid a lot more than you ever would, the Texas State Police. Now, the thing is, they got approval to spend $4,480,500 for 4 of these Chevy Tahoes to use for surveillance. So they're spying on people. Maybe they're spying on us too. I don't know. Right? Interestingly enough, the surveillance stuff is Israeli-based. FalcoNet, which is brought by a company called Cognite, which is Israel's Palantir rival, tracks people by intercepting the connection between your phone and a near cell tower. Now you can put this on a helicopter backpack, in this case a Chevy Tahoe. So Texas State Police bought a fleet of them for just a little bit less than $4.5 million. I'm not making this up. They said in their request they wanted, quote, approval for emergency purchase necessary to protect the safety and welfare of state personnel and property. Delaying this procurement process could result in unacceptable safety risks for personnel. It's always safety, you know, or if it's bigger in the government, the national government, it'll be national security, right? Well, can you imagine? It was bad enough that they paid $150,000 a piece for the Tahoes themselves. But then they added this FalcoNet core system for $2,850,000. Got an unlicensed FalcoNet core system for $200,000. Got a perpetual license for FalcoNet 5 for $280,000. That's just crazy. That's absolutely insane. Now, the FalcoNet system itself is something a lot of people don't like because it can take private data from unsuspecting people en masse and in secret, right? Now, it's not even known if this is legal or not because the Supreme Court said, quote, people have a reasonable expectation of privacy in location data revealing their movements and that even short-term tracking of that kind counts as a search under the Fourth Amendment. So they're searching you without you even knowing it. It's one thing if they come up and search you, right? Hey, you got anything in your pockets? Well, they're doing this electronically. So, you know, it's bad enough that they spent all that money for 4 Chevy Tahoes, but they're using it to spy on people. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. They're still spying on us, but they're doing it in a more sophisticated manner that we really don't notice it ourselves. Big Brother's watching you, right? And a very expensive surveillance, right? The police always have stakeouts. You watch the old movies, right? They got a stakeout and they're drinking coffee and stuff, and they're watching with binoculars in the old movies, right? Well, now forget that. They're watching it with this FalcoNet with 4 Chevy Tahoes that they paid almost $4.5 million smackers for. Well, if you think Toyota's having quality control issues, you hit the nail on the head. Toyota just recalled some of its biggest, heaviest SUVs because their axles might fall apart. All right? Now, everybody else thought Toyota, quality. Well, it is obviously slipping, right? Now, in Toyota's biggest unibody SUVs, Grand Highlanders and Lexus TXs, if that axle part breaks, of course, the axle comes apart, and you can obviously get an accident, especially going 65, 70 miles an hour. The recall has to do with the left and right rear axle carriers, the part that holds them in place. Now, in the recall, they say that these components are made of forged aluminum, and that some of them that came from a supplier didn't go through the full set of the manufacturing process to make it harder. Now, if you don't understand, aluminum is pretty soft, right? Now, pure aluminum is soft. You can't really use pure aluminum for much of anything if it's got weight and stuff on it and things spinning, because it will be too soft. It will either break or it'll wear out, right? Well, it has to be modified, the aluminum, so it can take the stress. Well, Toyota's saying, well, since they didn't do the whole manufacturing process, they didn't finish it, that, hey, these carriers aren't as strong and they can break. Now, I mean, an analogy to that is, one of the reasons Chinese tires sold in the United States aren't so hot is because they don't vulcanize them long enough. Old Harvey Firestone invented vulcanization accidentally. Some of the rubber fell on a stove, and then he noticed, gee, it's harder now, right? Well, it takes energy and heat to vulcanize rubber tires. But the Chinese don't want to spend too much money with the energy and heat. They often don't vulcanize them enough, so they're too soft, and they get nails, and they blow up, and they don't last as long because they're too soft, right? So, in this case, it isn't the tires, it's the carrier on the axle that holds the axle place, right? And if that breaks while you're going on the road, it's all over, if you're going fast. Now, I find it fascinating that it was a supplier to Toyota. Here we go again. They didn't even make the part. They got it from somebody else. If you remember, you found a bunch of Tundras years ago. The frames were rotting. Well, the frames are rotting because they bought them from another American company that made the frames. Toyota didn't make the frames. And they didn't make them right, and they all rotted away. And actually, Toyota sued the company that made them and got a bunch of money. And then Toyota, they were kind of swines. They didn't replace all the frames that rotted away. I've had customers that refused to replace the frame, even though they got paid money from the company that they sued that made them because they made them wrong. They got, I don't know, $150 million or whatever. This case, they got another supplier that's not doing it right. Hey, maybe Toyota should go back to making their own parts for their own cars instead of depending on other people. They've got a mess. I mean, you mean driving down the road and the axles start bending, start going sideways. I mean, Toyota, you need to start getting your act in gear here. Something is amiss. Well, here's some more bad Toyota news. Toyota has just been hit with a lawsuit that alleges it secretly tracked drivers even after they rejected the website tracking cookies. This has to do with the Toyota website. Now, Toyota is getting a lawsuit over their website's use of online tracking technology. It's selling advertising, digital advertising, consumer data, right? There is a class action filed in Los Angeles that says Toyota is continuing to track visitors to their Toyota.com even after they decline third-party cookies. And that's violating California privacy law, right? Now you think, okay, you don't want cookies, but they found some sleazy way around, I guess. The complaint says that Toyota's technology allowed third parties to collect browsing data, device information, online identifiers, and other data used for targeting advertising. Now, the problem is these people click decline, that they don't want cookies consent, okay? That's tracking you. Now, even though the people rejected the cookies, they're saying that Toyota continued to track them using a technique called browser fingerprinting, which can identify a user's device without relying on traditional cookies. They're finding a sneaky way of tracking you, right? I mean, well, there's a technicality here. We're not cookies technically. We're using another way, Now, Toyota hasn't responded yet, but it's a class action saying that, hey, that they're continuing to track visitors even after they opted out for cookies. I always love it when you go on a site and it says gives all these choices of cookies, and it'll say, reject all but essential cookies. What the heck does that mean? What is an essential cookie? To me, an essential cookie is when I'm hungry and there's a cookie. It's essential that I eat it, right? But these cookies, they say, pick which ones you want, but my favorite is that. My favorite is the one that says, only allow essential cookies. What the heck does that mean? And in Toyota's case, hey, they're saying that these guys are subverting the law by saying, well, we're not going to use cookies on you, but they're using some other crazy system that obviously bypasses the cookies, but allows them to be digitally tracked through digital fingerprints. Now, I hope that they lose. I hope that they take it in and they lose, and then it can open up the floodgates of all these companies taking stuff and saying they're not taking stuff, right? It just goes to tell you, you can't trust anybody these days. You have no idea what these clowns are doing. That's why, hey, you don't want to put too much data on your phone, right? That who knows, eventually they might be taking data from your phone you don't even know about, bank accounts, stuff like that. Hey, my advice is don't put that stuff in front, or just stay away from these websites, really. Do you really need to go to Toyota.com, I mean, come on now. You don't really need to. Or maybe it'll come to a point where when people want to visit websites, they'll buy themselves a burner phone, right? I actually have a bunch of burner phones. And the reason I have them is because I'm checking out websites and apps all the time. People send me stuff, apps to see, for fixing cars or for getting car information, right? And a lot of them are Chinese. I don't trust that they're going to hack in. So I have burner phones that aren't registered to me at all. So the information I'm going to get is the information out of a burner phone, and I don't care. There's nothing on it but a bunch of apps that people have sent me free, and then I try them out. So maybe everyone's going to have to start getting burner phones to surf the web so that they can't follow you around and they won't know who you are and give all this information out. Well, that's it for today's breaking news. And remember, you can only get this breaking news on the Scotty Kilmer channel on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so everybody can be notified of all this news, which I'm going to bring you as soon as it comes out to warn you of the evils that are in our society, especially when it comes to the world of cars.